How is it affecting the people around you when you were doing the works that you're intended to do?
You know, Jimmy, over the last 4 decades, sharing the art, in the last 52 years, practicing the art, that probably has been one of the most revelations that I've had. I used to say all the time, and I still do believe this based on free will, right? We know we can only lead the horse to the water. We can't make anybody drink. We know that. But I found myself the first 20 years yielding too much to that. And I wasn't placing enough accountability on me, And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take my practice, I'm going to take my teaching to a whole new level. I said, I knew we had the power of resurrection inside of us. And I said, gosh, if we have the power of life and death inside of us, how much power does Abba want us to distribute? And I knew the second coming this time wasn't about the word, it's about power. It's about the works. That's why this subject matter is so close to my. So what I'm saying is, when I got to the point of taking responsibility, not only for myself, but to influence people in a positive way, in the way that the Saint Francis says that, you know, if I have to preach, that I will also do. But it was in the actions that I did and demonstrated that would make me the greatest pastor. And that's why I told myself, you got to do your work every day, Lama. You've got to help people every day. But more importantly, you have to be the example every day, every moment. And even when you are learning, you are still teaching. And I put on that. And lo and behold, I realized the next 30 years after I made that decision, I saw people, loved ones around me. I saw people I didn't even know much begin to take up the art of Tai Chi Gong. I saw them begin to get prayer beads and malas, bracelets, and necklaces. I saw them start to pray, not on their knees with their heads down, praying to an unknown God. I saw them standing in the new age, feet on the ground, hands up to Abba in praise and thanks and glory, and saying to walk tall and to be spineful, girdle up your loins like Job, and do what I sent you here to do. Pull up your bootstraps, quit whining. This is what I put you on the earth to do. And you have my rod of power in you. My Sharat is in you. My Susuma is in you. You can do what I told you to do. You know, I always think about Moses. You know, Moses wanted Aaron, his brother, to speak everything. And the father said, I chose you. Well, a lot of people, if you understand Moses, you know, Moses was kind of like Forrest Gump. You got to understand, and he's like the Lama. I don't always articulate the things right. I reverse letters and numbers and thank God for spell check, or I'd have no check at all. But it don't matter. And that's why when it came time to write the Circle of Life, I felt like Moses going, I said, Abba, you sure you want me to write a book? And he said, well, just speak it. I said, speak it? He said, yeah, speak it. You got all these recording devices. Remember, we're in the age of energy, movement, and communication. So use one of these communicative devices. So I said, okay, I'll speak the book. And then the book was taken from audio form to written form. Now, here was the funny thing about it. And he is so perfect. I didn't realize till after we did the book that speaking something into creation carries a whole different vibration than writing something in creation. And that he was going to use that to open up people's spirit, souls, and mind. I didn't know that. He just told me to do it. And because my faith of him was strong, I did it. But I didn't know all this stuff he was going to do. He told me to see he's going to ask you to do some incredible things these next couple of years, especially the next 9 years, this next decade. He is going to ask you to do things that sometimes you're going to think it's totally ridiculous. You're going to maybe even think it's asinine. You could test your very faith, because if you're worried about what your family or somebody else tells you, what our original Lao Tzu said, then you're a prisoner to them for life. Do you want to be a prisoner to somebody else's attitude, speaking about comments, or do you want to do what Jimmy says, step into your power? Because the choice is you. And as you step into your power, we will know you. Your family will know you. Your loved ones will know ye by your works.